This is a special Christmas Eve edition of Barnstable Today. Welcome aboard. I'm Mark Mumford.
We hope that you are able to enjoy the company of family and friends during this special time of the year. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kevin Friel.
Along with all the decorations and festive foods also comes some additional safety concerns.
We went over to the Hyannis Fire Station to get our safety consciousness up to speed with Lieutenant Don Chase.
Well, we're in the heart of the holiday season, or closing in on it fast, and we're with Lieutenant Don Chase here at the Hyannis Fire Department, safety being his specialty. And you know, this is a great time of year, Lieutenant. Good times to be had by all, but time for a lot of caution as well, and I know in a number of different areas. And one thing that you brought to my attention that I hadn't thought about was people who use these fryers and deep fry their turkeys, and even though a lot of them got through with it in Thanksgiving, a lot of folks like to fry a turkey for Christmas as well, and I know that's an area of concern, I guess.
Well, the turkey fryer has been gaining in popularity over the last few years, especially the last couple of years. And there's a couple of safety things that you really need to be aware of when you're dealing with frying a turkey. Number one is you're dealing with probably 2 or 3 gallons at least of cooking oil, which has a temperature of probably 350 degrees to 375 degrees. Another thing is Underwriters Laboratory, which usually certifies all of the products that we use today, does not certify these, mostly because of the fact that they don't have thermostats. A lot of them don't have thermostats, so you can't really control the temperature of the oil. One of the safety tips that they give is if you see that the oil is smoking when you're looking at it, the oil is way too hot. So you need to shut the unit down and let it cool down a little bit. Another key item is the fact that the turkey itself has to be dry. It has to be thawed out and dry. Ice crystals that are in a frozen turkey and any water that's on the turkey will cause batter, which is one reason why we don't use water to put a grease fire out. We use a similar extinguisher to this, which is a 5-pound ABC all-purpose fire extinguisher, which is a dry chem fire extinguisher. And what happens on the web on YouTube, they have all kinds of videos that will show you what happens if you use water on a grease fire. You can end up burning your whole kitchen out if you're not careful, even for a frying pan. But getting back to the turkey fryer, they're sometimes unstable, so you have to be careful that you use them on level ground. They have a tendency once in a while to tip over if you're not careful putting the turkey in or taking the turkey out. You can spill that. Again, you have to be careful of children being around there. You need to keep at least 3 feet area of safety around a turkey fryer, and you should also be prepared to be clothed to take care of that. No short sleeve shirts, should wear an apron of some sort, oven mitts, and if possible goggles or some kind of a face mask that you could get at the local hardware store, just in case the oil does splatter out. What happens when you put a frozen turkey in is once that goes into the oil, then the oil boils over. And the fire hazard in that is that when it boils over, it runs down the side of the can and it gets ignited by the flame from the propane tank. Another thing you want to do is to keep the propane tank at least 2 feet away from the burner, just in case that does happen. Now you're not dumping hot flaming oil on top of a 20-pound propane cylinder.
You got me scared right in the very beginning when you started talking about that amount of hot oil in any one place for any circumstance. I mean, right from the get-go, that sounds like a frightening situation, and certainly not for amateurs.
No, a lot of people have used them quite a bit, and they do like them. They advertise them on the Food Channel all the time, and they actually show you how to do it. The key thing is to use it outdoors, not indoors. We don't want it to use, make sure it's outdoors and in a safe place away from the house in case something does happen. If you do have a fire, call 911, make sure that the fire department is notified so they can come down and actually put it out. If you have an extinguisher such as this handy, you can use that, but always make sure the fire department is called first.
Let's call you guys first. That's the main.
Doesn't matter how big the fire, we don't mind going, but it's the fire that doesn't get reported that causes the damage.
Don't try and be a hero at that point.
No, there's plenty of those around.
Another point that always concerns me throughout the year, especially if we have a big storm coming up, some people they're kind of old school. They like to gather candles as a source of light and certainly for decoration during this time of year. And they've always made me nervous, and I assume they probably make you a little bit nervous as well.
There's been an increase in candle fires in the last 4 or 5 years. So the fire marshal has initiated a program called Circle of Safety, which means that when you do use a candle, there should be a 1-foot circle around that candle of any items that cannot burn. There shouldn't be anything that can burn within that 1-foot circle. You shouldn't put them too near the drapes. They should never be left unattended. And when you go to bed, you should always blow them out. If you leave the house, you should blow them out. If you leave the room, you should blow them out.
How about the standard advice for the folks who have natural trees, which I still think probably a pretty high percentage of people in their homes have natural trees? The common sense things we've heard from in the past, but I know you like to reinvigorate those thoughts.
If you're contemplating getting a natural or real tree, when you go to the site to pick it out, what you need to do is take the tree before you even look at it and just bang it on the ground. Just tap it on the ground. If all the leaves start to fall off, the pine needles, that tree is way too dry. Most people that don't know that all the Christmas trees are usually harvested in August. I had
no idea. You're kidding. August, really?
They're usually harvested in August, late into the summer, and housed in cold storage buildings until it's time to take them all out. They're put in those nets, and then they're shipped by truck to all of the local businesses that sell trees, which they cut the netting off and then open them up and put them in stands. But those trees are probably cut 5 or 6 months ahead of time.
And of course, you have to keep them well watered. I guess that's the natural process.
A tree will try to heal itself, so it forms sap on the bottom where they cut the trunk. So what we should do is cut 1 inch or 2 off the bottom, put it in water, and try to get it into a stand that's not going to tip over. They have a lot of really wide base stands. You want to get it into one of those. Water it every single day.
So any Christmas tree under even the best of conditions, even if you're really hardcore about watering it, still plenty flammable.
Oh, there's probably the equivalent of a Dixie cup full of what we usually compare it to gasoline. Probably a pint or two or less of the equivalent of gasoline in each tree. So when you light a Christmas tree or a Christmas tree ignites, it only takes about 15 to 20 seconds before the whole tree is consumed. Then you have the little Charlie Brown tree left over.
And you say folks can always go on YouTube. There's video of that as well. If they want to see a real striking example of just because you have no time to react in that type of situation.
No, there's no time. The only thing to do is leave and call the fire department. But YouTube has a lot, and some of the government agencies have just Google Christmas tree fires, and you come up with a whole bunch of videos. And what they do is they simulate the electric lights shorting out and or the outlet shorting out behind the tree, and then you can see how fast that actually does progress, and it's amazing.
So when the rest of us are looking at the Christmas trees and the presents and the candles, and we're thinking, oh, what a great holiday season, you're looking at them and thinking, this is potentially dangerous.
Well, we just walk in, and the first thing you do automatically is you just grab one of the branches and make sure it's plastic. And any artificial tree that you buy should also be rated as flame retardant. They import a lot of trees from different parts of the world, and a lot of those are not flame retardant. It's most important to get one that is, and use decorations that are flame retardant as well. When you use Christmas lights, well, getting back to the live trees, you want to make sure that they're not placed near a radiator or a heat source, because that'll dry the tree out even faster. You want to make sure that the cords that go to either a live or an artificial tree are not underneath carpet that can be stepped on or pinched and cause a short circuit. You want to look on the box. I know people use decorations year after year after year, but you want to check your light string every time you go to put them on to make sure there's no frayed or damaged wiring or cords.
Well, Lieutenant, hope you have a very Merry Christmas, and I hope it's a safe one for all of us. Thanks very much.
From all of us here at Barnstable Today, we hope you have a very merry and safe Christmas.
Thanks for sharing some of your valuable time with us. Have a great holiday. I'm Kevin Friel.
We'll meet you right back here for the next edition of Barnstable Today. I'm Mark Bumford.